Good morning. I want to make an emphatic statement this morning, and that is that you don't need a whole bunch of extra stuff in order to have success. I constantly have people that are wondering, hey, do I need a degree in school? Do I need to go back to school for this? And people talk about education. I've got a quote that I want to read you, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit here. I want to make it sure I get it right here. So this is the quote. I don't know where this comes from. Education is not confined in books, and the finest characters often graduate from no college, but make experience their master and life their book. When I read that quote, when I think about that quote, it's going to fall here. It's important to realize that what you have around you, what you've experienced in your life, if you utilize those experiences and utilize the learning from those experiences, you're going to have everything you need to create a successful business. I'm absolutely positive about this. Now, I'm not saying formal education is bad. I've got a couple of degrees, but legitimately, the best education I've received is not from school. That's not the best education. The best education I've received, I can point to a few different things in my life. One, the mentors that I've had in life. The people who I've paid, whether it's through coffee or whether it's through a program that they're offering to spend time and invest in me, that's been a massive educational tool. Secondly, my travels. I lived in Sweden for a couple of years. I lived in China for 8 years. My life experiences have been fantastic in teaching me. I learned so much more about people in the world in those situations than any schooling I got for my psych degree. Thirdly, I have experienced a lot from my past jobs, my past experiences, my work experiences, even now. Every time I coach somebody, I'm learning, I'm growing, because every person has some unique challenges. And as I overcome those challenges, as I help somebody work through their whatever they're struggling with, that teaches me and it helps grow them. So if you consistently, you've heard that it takes 10,000 to become a master at something, and you know what, that's been disputed, but the point here is that it takes a while to become excellent, to become a master at what you're doing. This is what I want to encourage you to do. I don't want you, don't go back to school. I really encourage you not to go back to school to a formal education. Formal education is not going to give you what you need, because formal education was set up to help employees become better employees. That's what it was set up to do. What do I want to encourage you to do is learn and grow where you're at. Ask yourself, hire a mentor in your life, whether it's through coffee or a program that they're offering. Spend time traveling and experiencing life on some level. And then the third thing is make sure that you are learning from every day right now. You have experiences, whether it's through relationships or business experiences. Learn from your failures, learn from your mistakes, learn what's working and learn what's not working, and grow from that. Read books, listen to podcasts. There's so much information out there. But if we're not utilizing that information, if we're not analyzing it and saying, what can I learn from this? You are going to struggle for far longer than you need to. So here's a really quick action step, and I've probably mentioned this before because it's constantly on my head. That is, each day, every week, every period of time, every quarter, every year, look back at a period of time and say, what happened? What did I do well? What did I not do well? Where did I make mistakes? And how can I change it? If you simply stand back and analyze that, I'm going to repeat that. Look at a period of time, whether it's a day, an hour, a meeting, or a year, or a decade. You can look back and say, what happened? What did I do well? What did I not do well? What could I do better? Simply analyze it. As you analyze more of your days and your weeks and your months, you will get better at recognizing the change. I've met a lot of people that have a lot of life experience and yet have not learned from it. And that's possible for anyone. You can go through life without learning, or you can make the decision right now and on a consistent basis to learn from your experiences, to grow from your experiences. And the only difference the major difference in that is that one person analyzes and says, what could I do differently? Whereas the other person goes, it happened, it sucks, whatever. And I know that's not you. Enjoy your day, make the most out of this day, and learn from your experiences today.